There are rocks everywhere. Can't you see? Where'd they come from? Must have been those Doriata bastards. They came here and buried the passage. How should I know? It'll be ready when it's ready. You'll just have to wait. That's all there is to it. Who else? You think all these rocks fell on their own? Well, I guess they could have. But I've a feeling the Doriata helped them along. What can we do? I've got to wait for Camelot to send more help. But if you want it done quicker, why don't you lend a hand clearing it yourself? Go back home and wait.
Please, don't hurt me. I don't want to die. Yes, it's me. But look at me. I can't go back. It's the Red Death. I had to run to keep the others safe. My poor, sweet Beatrice. I'll never know if she gave me a son or a daughter. But I'd never risk going back to Camelot. I'll hide out here, somewhere in this abandoned village. No one will ever find me, I swear. May the All-Mother bless you. I swear, nobody will ever see me again. Take my insignia and bring it to Asgore. Tell him I was already dead when you found me.
Then we move forward. A crow in a uniform is still a crow. No doubt he greased the right palms, whispered the right threats. You cut that short. But we're not done. The next one won't be so easy. Maybe you're just that good. Better in the shadows than those you hunt. Or maybe fate itself is watching over you, guiding your hand. But if I were you, I'd take it as a sign I'm doing the gods' work. This time, it's a nameless Dalariata, formerly of the Thewid tribe, now known as Wither, a mage. He's holed up in a cave near the swamps, no doubt twisting the Wyrdness to his advantage. The children aren't just killers, they're opportunists. If they've taken a liking to him, it means he's dangerous. And if we don't stop him, he'll be worse. Be careful. Steel alone won't save you against magic.
Dear me, another one? We've been getting quite popular, haven't we, Wilkin? Who? Wilkin? Ah, yes. Honestly, I have no idea how he managed to find me. But since the girl never gave me anything for the potion, I accepted him as payment. Oh, does he now? And have you asked him if he wants to come with you? Just because he's currently a pig doesn't mean he can't think for himself. I don't know. Wilkin and I understand each other perfectly well. But if you lack the skill, I suppose that cannot be helped. Unless you'd like to make a bargain. Suit yourself. It just goes to show that you don't care at all about poor Wilkin's opinion. Then why are you here? Oh, that one. Snowdrops and bluebells. That one got boring really fast. It's always the same with your kind. You lied to me. You tricked me. Why is my lover a pig? And so on. I don't know. You made the wish. How is it my fault that it didn't go the way you thought it would? I'm not a mind reader. In fact, she's the deceitful one. She knew I didn't want to see her again, so she sent someone else to pester me. No, a wish is a wish. It was made with intent. She wanted Wilkin to be happy as a pig in mud. He is. He's both happy and he's a pig in mud. Nobody said anything about humans. Oh, fine, if that's what she truly wants. Then there is a way. But such knowledge comes at a price. Why don't we make a bargain? From you. Oh, nothing special. How about a favor for a favor, Don't worry, I won't ask anything of you right now. I'll give you your answer. And when the time comes, I'll collect what is due. What say you? Do we have a deal? Well, I'm not sure how that's supposed to get you your answer, but of course you could try. It won't help Wilkin, though. He'll just remain a pig for the rest of his days. But it's always about violence with your kind, and yet you call us cruel.
You doing okay? Good day.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Oh no, that's horrible. My poor Wilkin. What have I done? I'm sorry, but I think it's best if you leave now. Here's your reward. I had been saving up for some lace for my wedding dress, but... well, I guess I won't be needing it now. I need to think about what I'm going to do now.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
There you are. I need to talk to you about that potion. It worked at first. I felt unstoppable. But now? Now I'm worse off than before. Weak as a kitten and needing more of the damn stuff just to stand straight. What did you give me? Tea? Recipes? Ah, fine, I'll consider it. Anything's better than this blasted weakness. Anyway, is there anything you need from me? Yes? You do? What happened to him? You... What were you thinking? That's madness! I told you, Gert has a wife and child in Camelot. How can we be sure he won't try to see them? You've just put the entire city at risk of infection. Don't expect a single coin after this stunt. I cared for Gert like a son, but Camelot's safety means more than one soldier. Don't show your face to me again until you fix this foolishness. Have you dealt with...
Stay out of my way.
That's not good. I was hoping we could start the evacuation soon. Now all I can do is keep sending reminder letters to Camelot. Again. And knowing how things go, those letters will probably get stuck at the gate anyway, because those geniuses won't figure out how to get them through. Anyway, thank you. Here's your payment. I'll await your return.
If I just stay put, everything will be okay.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Don't let your guard down. Tis just...
Silence carries... What's the ask? I assume he fell victim to his own pride and tried to make himself immortal. Typical. That man had no sense of self-preservation. He thought life was driving him. But to me, it always seemed like he was racing towards death. I'm glad the matter has been... handled. I'll even give you something extra for your trouble. And what about his research? The Forebloom. That's incredible. I'd heard the legends, but this journal shows there's truth in them. And Calum, for all his madness, might have been right. If we could find the Forebloom, it could change everything. Bring us closer to our goal. Ah, I see. So it was all for nothing. We need to keep searching. I won't lie, I was as excited for this as a keeper for venison. But after so many years in the guild, I should be used to the taste of failure. Ah, you're right. Tomorrow's another day. Each of us has our own research to pursue, and that's what counts. May Mother's strong arm embrace you. There's nothing more for us to do together. It's time for you to spread your wings and follow your own path. And if that path leads you to find Phaedros, then your career with the guild will keep progressing. Last I heard, he'd taken quite an interest in the statue of the great beasts near Quanacht. Strange fascination, even by our standards. And yes, my little owl, you're off to find another mad alchemist. But really, what else did you expect from the Alchemists Guild? We're all a touch... eccentric, aren't we? Don't worry about me. I'll focus on my own work. Something tells me our paths will cross again. May Mather's strong arm embrace you.
Don't bother.
Speak up. Working hard. We're gathering people. But we don't need anything from you. You've got some guts. Walking right up to a pair of Dalrita without even flinching. Well, well.
Impressive, indeed.
We're Dalrita. We make sure that the Camelot scum infesting Kuanach don't even dare to think about heading south. Imagine a Camelotian who's also a deserter. Unbelievable. Even Grindylows have their honor, unlike those scum. And catching a deserter? Now that's a real treat. We do what any on. You could say those vermin owe us a debt. Thanks to us, they're well fed, and Denham pays us handsomely. A Camelot legate. He commands the rabble you see swarming in Kuanach. He's decent enough, and he pays a good price for deserters' scalps. Aye, there are. We've been here for 2 years now, and they're multiplying like vermin.
It all seemed innocent at first. They were just supposed to help the local lord to mine resources.
Ha, sure. And those nitwicks from Kuanach fell for it like naive children. So when the troops arrived, they were caught completely off guard. The Red Priests came along with the troops, and then, out of nowhere, the Red Death resurfaced. Even now, as the Camelotians aim to take the Menhir, the village is torn. Some want to go to Camelot, others want to stay. It's a complete mess in there, Mathair help me.
She won't. The goddess doesn't like people like us.
Shut your mouth. You're flapping your gums like a wench in a brothel. Anything else? Or will you be on your way? Good hunting.
Don't bother.
Prepared for anything. Oil after your head on a block.
I'm terribly sorry for all that hassle. I should have taken more precautions. Yes, thank you. Just a bit shaken. The beasts must have somehow escaped during the night. When I woke up, they were already prowling the territory. I bolted the door and sat inside, hoping they'd leave. But, well, it's a good thing you showed up. Otherwise, I'd have had to choose between starvation and being mauled. Their pen, of course. The beasts were my test subjects. I was sure they were significantly weakened and wouldn't pose much of a danger. I must have miscalculated. It's a bit of a shame they're all dead. I'll have to start everything from scratch. After the autopsies, of course. I lured them. They may be built differently and are quite tough, but most of them still need to eat, and they are susceptible to certain poisons. That's an interesting question. Perhaps they've been in captivity long enough to forget the concept of freedom. Or maybe they've claimed this place as their territory, and the only thing that changed was their living conditions. Or perhaps they were just dumb beasts waiting for the closest source of food to leave the house. I suppose we'll never know. The weirdness and life itself. I don't know if you've ever dissected a weird beast, but their bodies are quite fascinating. Nothing is in its rightful place, and, for all intents and purposes, they shouldn't even be alive. And yet, there they are, prowling and growling. It's a bit of a miracle, don't you think? Well, I suppose, given the nature of your encounters with them, your skepticism is not unfounded. But if you ever have the chance to look deeper, I do encourage experimentation. Nonsense. Where else will I conduct my experiments? I'd rather endanger just myself instead of, say, the entire population of Connacht. Oh, did he? Well, if the guild is so impatient for results, they should have sent someone sooner. Now all my beasts are gone, and I'm still missing a crucial ingredient. Yes, I suppose you are. I'm sorry for my outbursts. It's been a stressful couple of days. You see, weird beasts are unique creatures. The spark of life they carry is as twisted as it is relentless. I believe it can be extracted and transferred, creating a being capable of living in the weirdness without succumbing to its corruption. With everything that's been happening on Avalon, I believe this is the only way we can survive. The pigs can already do that. Well, yes, but they hardly escape disfigurement and corruption, do they? Besides, they only skirt the edges of the weirdness. They don't dwell deep within the fog. If I succeed, humans will be able to live in the weirdness freely, no matter how dense it becomes. The heart of a Fae, well, the Fae, to be precise. I'm not interested in the heart of some half-feral beast from the host. I need something far more powerful. I've heard of a Fae that calls itself Foxglove. It dwells in the roots of an ancient tree, lurking for unsuspecting travelers. Supposedly, it's cunning and quite vicious. If you bring me its heart, you won't just be doing me a favor. You'll be aiding all of Avalon. Me? Of course not. I'm just a scientist. I doubt I'd have survived such an encounter. I've only heard rumors. They might be exaggerated, of course, but I wasn't going to risk my life just to satisfy my curiosity. They are powerful beings that seem to only half belong to Avalon. They have their own realm, and don't appear to care much about the weirdness. They are a missing piece of the puzzle, I think. I may be wrong, but every theory must be tested, shouldn't it? Splendid! I assure you, if everything goes as planned, the Guild will hail us both as heroes.
So, you're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness. Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I'm Alma, the alchemist. Pleased to meet you. I won't deny I'd have preferred to meet under much more favorable circumstances. I feel a bit like I've been caught at the scene of a crime, which, in a sense, I have. Although, in my defense, if we're speaking of crimes, this one is twofold. Phaedros's reckless experiments had to be stopped. The Guild warned him repeatedly that he was crossing the line. Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our Guild are clear. Crossing the established boundaries results in consequences, and those consequences grow more severe with greater transgressions. It's not like he wasn't warned. He knew exactly what he was doing and the risks involved. Believe me, taking measures like this brings me no joy. But we can't keep constant control over everyone. There are certain acts that simply cannot be forgiven. Phaedros was a threat, not just to himself and the Guild, but to others as well. I'm sorry it had to come to this. First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare Phaedros for a proper burial. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. There are so many better ways to spend my time. And then we'll talk about your next assignment. Now, that's better. Shame our meeting had to be under these circumstances. Believe me, not all alchemists act like Phaedros. You seem all right, though. Charles's calm demeanor confirms that. Tell me, what made you join the Guild? Just a mercenary? Fair enough. That's none of my business. Guild members might need help from time to time, and it's good to have someone like you around. So, what do you need? Lately, situations like this have been happening far too often. Some alchemists within our ranks are starting to rebel, or they're coming up with utterly ridiculous ideas. I really hope this doesn't become a recurring pattern. To answer your question, unfortunately, yes, it was necessary. The rules of our Guild set clear boundaries. Crossing them results in a response from us, one that becomes more severe the greater the transgression. That's my role. Let's just say I'm a sort of guardian of alchemical ethics. But more seriously, I was assigned to this task. Apparently, I'm the best at playing nanny to misfits like us. Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of his kind. He won't bite your hand off, unless, of course, he senses ill intent. At the moment, he trusts you, which is rather uncommon. I wouldn't call the process taming. It was something different. Let's say it involved a more invasive intervention. I found Charles just after he was born, abandoned by his mother, so I took him in. It was the perfect chance to examine his brain. While working on his exposed skull, I had to disrupt the areas responsible for his sense of belonging and aggression. If this were a question, I would say it's a valid one. To be honest, I don't know the exact answer. I assume it all depends on perspective. If we accept that the brains of living beings are a kind of biological mechanism, then perhaps I managed to redirect the function of that mechanism so that it operates based on different needs and perceives its place in the world differently. Yes, that seems likely. A menhir with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than a simple bonfire fueled by ethereal cobweb. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. As an alchemist, these are mysteries far beyond my knowledge or expertise. The hierarchical structure of the regular Camelosian guilds isn't something we strictly adhere to in the Alchemist Guild. Each of us has freedom in our research, as long as we don't violate ethical guidelines. It's hard to say. While we share a guild, not all of us keep in regular contact. Many members aren't as open about their affiliation as I am. They have their own lives and obligations, some of which might be highly conflicting. Until next. I'm trying to conduct field research, but the last few weeks have been exceptionally frustrating. I lack the necessary specimens, and I'm not exactly equipped to gather them myself. I'm skilled with a lancet, not a sword. I heard you're trustworthy. But first, a warning. The task I have for you is unpleasant and messy. It involves extracting brain matter. But before you even get to that part, you'll need to risk your life to get close enough. I need brain centers from 3 creatures. A Nookalivi, a human infected with the Red Death, and a villager touched by the Wyrdness. I've heard stories about peasants on farmlands near Kunacht. They were unlucky that the Menhir stopped protecting the place where they lived. I'll reward you for each of the 3 brains, as long as they're intact. A bloody pulp is better suited as a snack for Charles. Each one ties into my field of study and interests. The Nookalivi is the result of the Red Priest's experiments, likely involving the Wyrdness. As for the afflicted humans, I suspect significant brain alterations occur during contact with the Wyrdness, as well as in the final stages of the Red Death. The Red Priests have written studies, but I'd like to see for myself. Until next.
We may be in for a fight.
'Tis just a flesh wound.
You'll fall to my sword! Your armor won't save you!
Come, sit.
Greetings, traveler.
We don't have much, but the Prophet has blessed us with the fire of this hearth, so that we may warm ourselves and prepare a meal.
And if you're in need of a blessing, we're here to offer that as well. The strength granted by the word is invaluable in these dark, dark times.
We recently took our vows, so we were sent out on a pilgrimage to strengthen our spirits and seek those who may need our help.
Yes, Avalon has become a dangerous place. The Wyrdness may soon devour this land.
The Red Church still has so much to mend. However, one must start with oneself, first and foremost.
Indeed. Only a priest fortified by the purity of his own heart will be able to fight back the darkness. Well, when we hear the word that announces that we can return to the rest of our brothers.
Or when we find something that must immediately be entrusted to the care of more experienced and noble priests. This land has been heavily affected by the Wyrdness. Its corrupted fruits may be lurking around any corner. May the grace of the word fall upon you, for the word is the path. If your path leads through thorns, listen to the word, for it will give you strength. And may those thorns guide you to the stars.
Beautifully said, brother. Today, I heard the word. In the end, all will be dust, and we shall receive salvation.
You do. Good to see you, wanderer. Are you in need? By the word, does this mean we too might have the chance to meet an Inquisitor? That would be incredible. The Inquisitors of the Red Church are truly sanctified beings, chosen by the word, chosen by the Prophet herself. They pave the way for the rest of the priests. I hope we are also graced with such an honor. As I mentioned before, we don't have much, but I hope you'll find something useful. Even blessing. Come back. Be careful.
Nice to see you.
Go, boy.
Have some spare food or coin?
No need for that, is there?
Have some spare food or coin? Anything else?
Have you dealt... God...
You need something? Who told you that? The Dalriata? I've never paid a single gold coin to any Dalriata for deserters. Not even once in my life. However, there is some truth to what you've heard. You see, it's hard to keep the men's morale up in these uncertain times. It's really no wonder that every once in a while, some of them try to desert. Still, this is the military. Desertion is unacceptable and will always be punishable by death. Camelot especially insists on nipping that problem in the bud. So if you do take care of the deserters, you can be sure you'll be rewarded. Asgard will pay out bounties for each and every scalp you manage to bring him. Anything else? Me? There's not much I can do right now. I have to stay in Cunnacht with my men until we get the locals to consider moving to Camelot. But if someone were willing to handle them in whatever way they saw fit, as long as they stop being a threat to my men and the people here, they'd have my thanks. But all this should stay between us and on the down low. Excellent. If you need anything, you know where to find me. I'll await...
Have you dealt... God...
The brain of a truly unique creature, though I do pity its existence. The conflict between such opposing instincts must be such a torment. Nakalevi are hybrids created by the Red Priests, certainly a cross between redcaps and goats, though other animals were likely involved in the experiments. Regardless, thank you. I'm glad you came out unscathed. Here's your payment. Thank you. I trust you took the necessary precautions. The plague is known for its high contagion rate. I must admit, this is an important moment for me, for various reasons. I will soon begin the brain examination. Thank you again. Poor soul. I only hope his consciousness completely vanished, sparing him any awareness of this nightmare. Since the weirdness began to re-emerge, cases like this have sadly become more common. Thank you. I hope that through these studies I can better understand the connection between our biology and the weirdness. So, it seems we're almost done. But I must ask for your help with one last matter. Before we met, I made contact with Dalriata trappers who agreed to get me the brain of an ice weaver. Out of their group, only 2 survived. Let's just say they've been making some threats. I need you to go to the exchange for me. Can I count on you? We initially planned to meet in a location I could easily access, but after what happened to their folks, they've made some specific demands. Here's the location and the gold I promised them for the task. Don't try to negotiate. The amount has already been agreed upon. Once it's done, find me. I'll be nearby. However, I'd prefer not to attend the meeting. It might unnecessarily escalate the situation. Until next time.